But
we went,
speaking of
yes,
affordable,
yes. Why is affordable?
um, going to see the Titanic,
You're right.
it's
It
kind
was,
of cheap when
yeah.
you think about it. I thought it would have cost more than 250,000 to go see the
It
Titanic.
turns out, I think, yeah, you're right. Actually, I thought it would have cost about 300, but I think they got a pretty good discount.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they
but
got they got a really good experience out of it.
yeah, but yeah,
Once in a lifetime experience.
for sure, just like in hindsight, but now obviously,
Literally once in a lifetime experience.
literally once in a
It,
lifetime,
there's there was no more experiences after that one.
it was done.
That was their last
Yeah.
experience.
And by the way, guys, we're obviously not making fun of like. I mean, okay, I think when it comes to people like passing away, it's actually very sad.
This is super sad, but at the same
It's
time,
it's just like I think when
who
people,
told you to go there? You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah.
Personne t'a demandé d'y aller là, man.
Mhm.
Tu vois, je veux dire, so you kind of, you know,
Yeah, I think a lot of the biggest talking points is because people are just like it's crazy to think that people are spending that much money on like just like a little tourism
genre,
activity,
bro,
right? It's insane.
juste,
I can buy a house.
just leur setup, just the setup in the submarine was more bootleg than what we got going on right now.
Yeah, I mean, at least we can stand
Like
up.
I had my laptop
Yeah.
on a fucking desk chair. Like, come on,
Yeah.
I had the same setup. They
Yeah.
had like a screen on the floor. They're like, ok, ben, tout le monde s'assuit en petit bonhomme, puis
Mhm.
we're going down to the
Yeah.
ocean.
You know,
And
and
by the way, yeah, this controller I had for 5 years, I bought on Amazon for $30.
but it's
I would
it
have seen
was.
that controller, be like, nah. You say Logitech?
Yeah. By the way, all of you people that made
Logitech?
those memes, you guys going to hell. Yeah,
We're all going to hell. 'Cause
yeah,
I liked a couple of them. I'm not gonna lie to you. If you go to my TikTok,
you guys going to hell, bro.
like
Stop.
history, shit was hilarious. The memes were funny.
Some memes I was just like, and I can't help but laugh. There's some things like it's not funny, but I can't help but laugh.
It's like the meme we watched yesterday.
Which one was
So there was a TikTok. Dude, there's two people, they're walking around. They see like there's a light post, and on the light post
Mhm.
there's a wanted or like searching, like
Dog.
missing pet,
Yeah.
like poster. You know what I mean? Like we lost Fluffles. Fluffles ran away. He's a black lab,
Mhm.
medium build, a little bit
You get a lot
chunky.
of that picture there.
60 kilos. You know, he's age 7.
Mhm.
Responds to Fluffs. Please call this number if you find Fluffy.
Yeah.
So the dude, what they did is they called the number.
And they go like,
They pretended they were a dog.
Yo, so messed up, bro. It's so funny. But
But it is funny though. But it is like
but it's
objectively, it
still-
is funny.
But imagine you got this call. Yo,
I'd be
dog.
pissed.
You'd be
You know what I mean?
pissed.
I would turn into John Wick. I'd be
Yo,
like, I'm
I'll
retracing
find
this
you,
number.
bro.
I would turn into John Wick mixed with
The guy from Taken. Like, I will find you.
Yeah.
I will
I
find
will
you. I will
find
find
you.
you. I don't know. I haven't watched that movie in years.
I don't know who you are, but I will find you.
You know, there's a show I watched called Dairy Girls, and he did a cameo appearance. So it was really funny.
Mm-hmm.
Like the girls got in trouble, and they were like an iron in, and then that's this whole thing with stealing computers from the school. And the guy was there. People were like, like it was like a big celebrity. But Dairy Girls is a popular episode show, so which you haven't watched. I mean, you watched your clip though. The Irish girls in their uniform. It's so funny. She was like, I can't reenact it because like
I can assure you the same. I had the same enthusiasm that I have right now when you showed me that clip. Like
It
I
was
don't
so
remember
funny.
it. Yeah, for sure, it
It
was so
was
funny.
hilarious. Top 5 shows I've ever watched in my life.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. But yeah, the submarine is like it's so. I think it's crazy to think that. I mean, all of this happened just like in a week. Like it's been like a week and a half since like they set sail in a sense, and then to think that there was like full 4 days that they were looking for them, and then I think according to the data, the Titan must have imploded like about an hour and a half into the excavation. Like they barely just left
Mhm.
the ground, which is crazy. So like we were looking for them.
Imploded or they just lost connection? Because I heard they lost connection after an hour, but they
No,
still
I think
imploded
it
later.
imploded, and then that made them lose the connection. I think that's
could
what it
be.
is. But it was literally just an hour. I think it takes about. I think they said 2 hours to get to the Titanic. Basically, they were close to it, but they may not have 100% reached it. But they were nearby.
Yeah, all I know is whatever curse is on the Titanic.
Damn, it's strong.
Whoever
Huh?
did that voodoo still exists. It's still there, guys. Don't go there. Like I feel like at this point,
Leave it alone.
at this point, we can rest assured that whatever
Mhm.
entity or bad juju is there, it doesn't fuck around because his sync percentage is
Mhm.
100%.
Yeah. You know what's sad? I think I would hate to know that because this excavation has happened before. They've done a couple of them throughout the years. But to think that's like, wow, I happen to be on the boat that sinks. But the last guy that was on the last trip, I kind of guess a year ago or so, was perfectly fine, you know. But to be fair, I think there was a lot of issues that we're seeing. Like now going back in the history of the Thailand, they said that there's a lot of I think
Yeah, in hindsight.
yeah, there's a lot of things like that. I think they were saying like the last trip, they lost communication for like 5 hours or something, and
Yeah.
the trip was fine. But like
So I
maybe
think
there
that
was
was their demise because they were like, "Oh, we're so used to this being so janky." Then when
yeah,
it
so
became
you
janky, they're like, "I don't worry about it."
yeah, it was fun last time. So I think that's the thing. They were
They were
getting
like, "Yo, bro, aren't you supposed to communicate to the HQ? Ah, it's okay. Don't worry about it.
they know
Like,
where we're at
we
in the
usually
water.
lose a connection every couple hours.
Yeah.
It's routine." And you're like,
And then also every
"Okay,
hour though, the oxygen gets a bit low. So just you have to kind
yeah."
of
And by the
breathe
way,
like,
yeah,
you
yeah,
know.
you're
Yeah.
breathing a little too heavy.
Yeah.
You feel stressed out. You need to relax a little bit.
Maybe open the window gets a bit of fresh air, you know.
Bow, and that's how they imploded.
No, yeah, but it's pretty. They were seeing how again because like the implosion might have been like you said caused by like a bit of a fracture, like again so junky, like something there might have been a bit of an air gap or like or a little crack. The air was gone through, and then so honestly, to be honest, it's very sad. It's a very
Yeah.
sad like situation overall.
Sucks for the
Um,
families involved, for their
yeah,
relatives and friends that lost somebody they love in their life. It's a
right.
very unfortunate situation, but it's a very dumb situation. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
This
yeah,
should be a lesson. It's like, is it really worth it?
yeah,
You know, there's certain experiences. Like I've seen videos on TikTok. There's like people, people who take like pictures of wildlife, and they're like 10 to 20 meters away
yeah,
from two bears fighting. Like,
yeah,
is it worth it just for that? Like,
yeah,
it's a very cool TikTok. Not gonna lie to you,
hmm
but is it worth it? Like, imagine the
yeah.
the bears are like, you know what? They're finally like, yo, let's eat these humans.
Hmm.
What are you
But
gonna
I
do to
think
a bear?
I won't fight the bear. I will
You know,
just leave.
there's. I mean, I would at least throw a punch, but I know it's like it's a wrap. Like, there's.
They're done. Let's try,
You
but
know what I'm saying?
the fuck. But I think it's like the extent that people will go for like notoriety, and it's like because I think I had read like I had listened to like a sort of interview from the founder, and then he was kind of going on about how in this life we're always so scared. We just have to take chances. Like we always think about if we get hurt, but just we should just do it. So like there was a lot of like disregard in terms of like full safety, and then it was like a thing that was really recurring, and then the things that he would say throughout the couple of years and everything. But I think he wanted to be the first one, kind of be like, I'm the one that did this thing, the first one. I'm in the history books. But again, I think we put so much attention into like, you know, I don't know. We're 7 billion people, 8 billion people in this world. Not everyone is gonna stand out, right?
Yeah.
And I feel like I'm okay with knowing that I'm not gonna leave like a full on like legacy when I pass away. If that makes
But
sense.
imagine though, like
Yeah.
from what I know, he's the only one who was doing that,
But
going down to see the Titanic.
no, I think he was other people went too.
Low key, it's not a
Yeah.
smart. It's not a dumb idea, but it was
Hmm.
dumb. If you know what I mean? Like,
One thing I did think about is that okay, so there was a lot of janky things happening with the Titan. Do you think, honestly, that the four other people were aware of all the janky things that were happening? Or do
yeah.
you think they were all aware of all of it? Because
Well, I mean,
I'm
the CEO dude, he went there down there all
and then
times,
and
so
that's
he
why I said
knows.
no, that's why I said the four others. Like
And the other
other than
team,
the CEO.
but the other team had no choice to know that. Like, if it's such a small team, there's no way you don't know that. So
No, but it's just because the thing is, I can't help but think that
if they're all part
maybe you
of the
have an
crew,
idea that some it might be okay, but if you knew every single little detail in the track record of this thing, would all four of them have gone
they
on?
said all four people,
Yeah.
or like the people who were part of like the operation
Hmm.
crew, they were all experienced people, so
Uh,
they had to know.
no, but I mean like the kid and the father now.
Or probably not,
No,
but I feel like.
and I'm talking about them, like the junk that joined just for like. See, I don't think. Do you think like they knew,
But would you like
like all to the
let's
extent?
let's
Yeah,
let's use just common sense for
yeah,
just a second.
yeah.
Okay, just close your eyes, closely meditate. Imagine a situation you're
Mm-hmm,
in.
mm-hmm,
Okay, you're a billionaire.
mm-hmm,
You brought your daughter, 19-year-old daughter,
mm-hmm,
to the most amazing gift you think you can provide to her.
mm-hmm,
You pull up to the port
mm-hmm,
where you're about to embark
mm-hmm,
on the greatest adventure of your life.
mm-hmm,
You open the doors, and do you remember what the submarine looks like?
mm-hmm.
This is what they're taking you in. There's not a single speck of common sense to tell you, get out, walk away from this. Do not go inside The spermatozoid.
I mean, I do see how it would be a cool thing to do, but for me, I think what baffles me is that
But wouldn't you just
two,
be slightly
yeah.
concerned as you're walking close to that? That's the thing. Okay.
You know, I do. I think I live my life. I'm very risk adverse.
Uh,
So, for example, the new REM, the new train they're doing. I'm excited for it, but I will not get into it until the first month after I spend
no.
rolling. I don't know. I think my mind, I'm always like, this something is very new. I know it's kind of like when a new iPhone or a new type of phone came out. You
Hmm.
would know there would be. Remember when the phones I fold came out? People knew they were going to be a bit jacked, right? So now they've gotten better, but the first models were really jacked. So you
Hmm.
wouldn't get the first model, right? So I think I'm the type of person that I would let other people try it before me, and then so I think it reminds me of like once I was in elementary school. I think I told you that story. I was in elementary school. There was this sort of like Robert Bridge, like in one of the playgrounds. Like, it was like high up. And I remember one day where all the kids were on there. There was so many kids, like fifth grade, sixth graders. They were all then jumping, jumping. Yeah, at a point, I'm on it, and I look around, and I'm like, I know I'm a fifth grader. Something's not gonna happen. Well, I had my gut feeling was like, get off.
Intuition.
So I got off, and at this point, I was just looking at the people jump on it. Et je te jure, 2 minutes after, the thing collapsed. Everyone fell, and I
Yeah.
was like, I
Spidey
knew it.
senses.
Yo, felt it. I think
Did you feel like a superhero?
yeah, and I was
Did
like,
you like,
and the teacher was like, "What happened? Who was on it?" I was like, "Wasn't me. I was not on it.
or
I,
it's
I
very
felt it.
convenient. Maybe you're the one who caused it.
I cut the
You you,
string."
you took like a bolt out. I hate it here. They have no
you
hot
know?
dog at this party.
Yes.
When you were playing that record, what were you thinking?